Hey, what's going on? It's Doug Cunnington here from Niche Site Project, and in this video I'm going to answer 2 questions from viewers just like you about link building and guest posting. So first one is from Moynulamin. Hopefully I pronounced your name right. Thanks for asking this question. So he says this, he or she says this: what do I think about income schools strategy for no link building? He points out that they rank high and sometimes they do it fast, like within a few months. So number one, I don't know exactly the income school model, but I know Jim and Ricky are super smart, very successful, and they have a lot of students who are doing well. So I don't have anything bad to say about income school. I think they're doing a great job, and so on. As far as their plan of no link building, I don't know exactly what their plan is, so I can't really comment directly. However, I'll just tell you my opinion. Slightly uninformed, but I would say we can all agree that links going to a website, especially if they're relevant, is a very good thing. It helps ranking. Even Google will tell us that backlinks do help. Everyone can agree on that. The thing is, I'll propose this idea, this thought experiment, and you think about it yourself. So let's say there's 2 sites that are, equal in every way. One has links and one has no links. Which one do you think is going to rank better? So probably the one with links, because we know links can be helpful. So that said, I know you can attract links in a natural way, especially if you're ranking number 1 and you're going after low competition keywords. Maybe you're using the keyword golden ratio or some other method to find low competition, low volume keywords that you can rank number 1 for. And if you rank number 1, there's a pretty good chance people will start linking to your site because they need references to whatever claim that they are making. And if you're covering a topic and you're ranking number 1, people will just Google the term. They're like, okay, that works. They'll link to your site. All right. So you can get links naturally. Yes. However, I will propose to you that if you get those links and you accelerate the process, maybe you do some networking, right? Let's say you don't want to do guest posting. Let's say you don't want to do some of the more standard ways. Maybe you don't want to use a service or whatever. You don't have a budget. An alternative would be be a guest on podcasts, for example, right? So if you're on a podcast, a lot of times you'll get a link back to your site. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, I'm not an expert in the area. I don't know how to be on a podcast. Okay, I can't solve all the problems for you, but there are many different ways that you can approach this. So a lot of people talk about, guest posting or the skyscraper technique and sending outreach emails, but those are just the ones that are publicized. There are tons of ways that you can go out and network and get links to your site. So as far as answering Moy's question, as far as not building links, if you don't want to build links, that is fine with me, right? I have no issue with that. If you want to get more traffic a little faster, if you want to get more authority on your site so that maybe you do rank just in general, or you're viewed as an authority, maybe you get a link from a prominent blogger and then other people go to your site. That is a good thing. So I believe it helps, and I believe you will get more traffic faster in a general sense. And then from a long-term perspective, everyone is susceptible to a Google algorithm update, whether you have links that you've built yourself, whether you have no links or whatever. The algorithm is real. And from my observation, right, this is not scientific, there was no experiment done, but my observation is generally a site that has more backlinks from good sources, especially over time, as time goes on, those sites seem to not get hit as often as, a site with very few backlinks. So again, I have no issue if people don't want to build backlinks. That is fine with me. I respect your opinion. That's fine. Second question is from Daniel K. Thanks for sending this one in. And basically it's around fees for guest posting. So he and his wife are working on a site, they're doing outreach, and they're doing their thing. They bought in, they think backlinks are going to be helpful. They're trying to do guest post, and the problem is they're sending out these outreach emails, but they're being asked to pay some sort of an administrative fee or a link placement fee or whatever. And it is a supply and demand situation, straight up. So as time has gone on, as we've become more sophisticated as marketers, and we are abusing the system. We're like sending out emails, we're doing like mail merge stuff, we're using these tools where we can like automate the emails and the responses and reminder emails, and I hate it. I don't do that anymore. About 3 to 4 years ago, I was sending out those emails. I was using a mail merge type app, and I was like, this sucks. And as time went on, I was like, this barely works. The success rate is pretty low, and I feel like I'm not making the internet a better place. I feel like I'm sending out all these shitty emails. People don't want to get them. And I was like, you know what? I got to find another way. So this is what I did, Daniel. I spent time networking, and my most successful like guest posting campaign, it was associated with Project Go White Hat. If you're not familiar with that, you should Google it. Project Go White Hat. Basically, we had like I think it was like 40 to 50%. It was like 45% success rate as far as like getting a guest post on the people that we contacted. And that is outrageous. That is a very high conversion rate for guest posts. And the reason why is because I spent a lot of time, or the people that I hired spent a lot of time networking. All right, this was a couple years ago, so I can't say it's going to work exactly the same now, but I can tell you that if you are part of the community, if you show up and you comment on the person's blog for a while, send them a couple emails, maybe you do them a favor somehow, maybe you introduce them to another blogger, or you feature them on your blog in a roundup, and you give, right? If you show up and you're helping other people out, and you're connecting, maybe you're a hub of some sort, there's a good chance you'll be able to pitch your guest post once you put the time in and you're like friendly and all that stuff. They won't ask you for a fee because you're like an internet friend for them. Or, right, the other alternative is like they may ask you for a fee, but you may be able to just say, hey, you know, we're on such a limited budget. Here's our budget. We can do $25. We can't do 50 or 100 or whatever they're trying to charge you. But at the point where you're like helping them out and you're friendly and you've proven yourself as like a part of the community, there is a pretty good chance like they're not going to ask you to pay anything. So I would take that approach. And here's the thing, like it will take weeks at least to build that relationship. It may take a little longer. The more important the like link and the relationship with the person, like the longer it will take to build that up. So I could tell you like for a niche site project, like me doing stuff and helping other people out and networking and introducing folks, it takes years, right? It takes years before certain things develop. And I didn't go in thinking, hey, I want to hook up with this person so that they can like help me out somehow in the future. I literally am just like, okay, I'm going to like try to be part of this community of internet marketers, which can be a little funny sometimes, but I'm going to try and be part of this. I'm going to try and like provide value and be helpful, be a hub, right? Again, I introduce people often when I think they can help each other out. And I'm the connection point. That is a very good place to be because they will think of me in the future. And it may not materialize in months or even 1 year or 2 years, but I literally have stuff that I'm exposed to at this point because I've been like helpful and I haven't asked for anything. So the longer you put in as far as building the relationship, like the more places it can go in the future. And in your case, you're just talking about getting a backlink or a guest post without being charged like 50 or 100 or whatever, $200. So put the time in and you'll probably come out on top. The other thing is if you're using like the standard methods to find people to like guest post with, try and think outside of like what everyone else is doing. So again, some of the successful campaigns that I went into, I went like completely away from the route that everyone else uses to find blogs to post on. Maybe that's another video topic or something like that. But I mean, if you just think of original ways to like find people to connect with, then no one else is going to be doing it, right? But if we're all using the same methods, like those are the people that tend to get hit up a lot. So I hope that helps, Daniel. Good luck with your guest posting campaign. And if you're new to the channel, have a look at some of the other videos that talk about Amazon affiliate marketing, keyword research, SEO, and some other random stuff. So if you like what you see, please subscribe. Thanks.